Hello, everybody. It's Bill McKibben. What a pleasure to get to join you. I've gotten over the years to come to Madison and hang out with the good people of 350 Madison. I remember a couple of times drinking beers on people's back porches and just back in the early days of all of this work, trying to figure out what we were going to do. Well, I don't know about me, but you guys definitely figured out what to do, and you've done a hell of a good job with it. And this year in particular. And I wish that we could excuse you all from all further effort. Turning Wisconsin blue this time around should be enough to allow you to go retire. Sadly, the world keeps turning. So after a good rest, I am super hopeful that you all will get back to work. Get back to work on these deeply interlocked questions around justice, which is really what we're talking about now. 2020 taught us so much, so many hard lessons. The most important thing anybody said in 2020 was what George Floyd said when he was getting murdered, when he said, "I can't breathe." And people can't breathe because there's a cop kneeling on their neck, and they can't breathe because they got COVID filling up their lungs, and we know that that follows those same lines of class and race. And they can't breathe because there's a coal-fired power plant down the road, and we know whose neighborhood that's in. And they can't breathe because the governor in their state has said, "Come inside and tape your windows shut to keep the wildfire smoke out of your lungs." And they can't breathe because it's too damn hot. It's 130 degrees Fahrenheit this summer in California, the new record. Last week in New Delhi, when their COVID cases were topping out at the absolute maximum, at the same time, the particulates in the air were 15 times what the World Health Organization says is safe. You couldn't see half a block. That's what too much of the world is like right now, and that's why we keep fighting. And this next little part of our fight's going to be really crucial. The next decades are, I think, in some ways, the last decade in which we're going to have really powerful leverage over what the planet's temperature eventually settles at. And so there couldn't be anything more important than what y'all are doing. It couldn't be anything more important than giving to make 350 Madison strong. There couldn't be anything more important than organizing to help the new administration forward and to hold it accountable. There couldn't be anything more important than the campaigns that focus on pipeline resistance and on divestment and on and on and on. You guys are at the heart of the action. And this year, as maybe never before, it's really possible to say you're doing the most important thing you could be doing in the world right at this moment. Not many people get to say that, but you all do. And I am so incredibly grateful to you for the work that you've done in the past and for the work that you're going to do in the future. And if I could promise you we're going to win every fight like we won the election, then I would, but I can't. We're obviously going to suffer some real losses going forward as the climate shifts. But the fight is over, how bad that gets, and you guys will play a huge role in figuring out what the outcome is. I just couldn't be more thankful. And hopefully soon this particular plague will pass and we'll be able to do these things not at a distance, not through a glass darkly, as it says in the good book, but shoulder to shoulder, face to face. I can't wait for the next time I get to Madison and the next bottle of good beer on someone's back porch and the next fight, because I know you guys will be in it. So many thanks.